Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 27th, 2025 new moon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously here on the YouTube, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So if you're sound sensitive, this is the time to mute the reading, let the healing energy wash over you, and unmute it when you see me pick up the singing bowl. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Taurus, I do apologize if I sound a bit congested. I woke up with a cold, which is just rude, but here we are. And now we are going to dive into this new moon in Taurus, which is also a supermoon. This is fantastic. This is a fantastic moon for you, Taurus. It really, really is. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, you have a bonus card. Lucky you, Taurus. All right, so we're in Taurus season. We have a Taurus new moon. So the energy around you is very aligned, but also note that when you're in your own season and when you have a new moon in your energy, or even when you have a full moon in your energy, it can sometimes bring up things. There can be an intensity to it that others don't feel. So just being aware of that, Taurus, is going to be very important. So let's see here what's at the heart of it all. This moon is all about focusing on our grounding, our stability. It's about really appreciating the beauty and valuing, our lives and ourselves and why we're here. It's a really beautiful moon. I love it. So at the heart of it all, oh my gosh, just like, okay, so if you're born on the cusp with Aries, or if you have Aries in your chart, I highly recommend you check this out because I shuffled these cards and meditated on them really well before even beginning the reading, and shuffled again. And this was at the heart of the matter with Aries. So here's the star. This is your hopes and your dreams and your wishes and what it is that you deeply desire. This is your soul's wish coming forward. This is when you wish upon a star, it makes no difference who you are. And there's a dream here that's coming forward that you're going to be grasping in your hands, Taurus. And it's absolutely beautiful. This is also Aquarius energy. So if you have Aquarius in the chart, it's amplified, most definitely. And Aquarius is a time frame of January 20th to February 18th. It moves us then to the challenge. And this is work. This is getting really focused on the details, believing that things are having to be like, you have to work harder and harder and harder at everything in order for it to come. And Spirit's like, no, that's not the case. And I believe that like these cards might have been stuck together for some reason and they liked each other so much. I believe this might have been the same way in Aries, which is just wild because usually that does not happen. I do so many readings every single day, and this does not happen. So this is really cool. And with the Eight of Pentacles, there is a sense of focusing on the details. There is an energy, like the challenge can also be that during this moon and during this time, you have a lot to do. There's a lot that you are focusing on, and stepping back and focusing on yourself and grounding and finding this stability is just hard. We can also get really caught up in certain details of things that Spirit's like, not that important, but to us at that moment, it's like super important. And then when we look back, we're like, why did I get hung up on that? It wasn't important. So just be aware of that energy. It moves us then to what we need to focus on. And this is love. This is Gemini energy. Time frame is May 21st to June 20th. If you're born on the cusp of Gemini, or if you have Gemini in your chart, this comes through absolutely beautifully. It is focusing on the lovers. It is focusing on what you love. It is focusing on what brings you joy, of what is blessed by the angels as you move forward. There is also a sense here of focusing on the duality of you. Nothing has to be black and white in Taurus. Sometimes we can get a little bit like black and light, a little bit rigid within things. And this is Gemini energy, which you can roll your eyes out because sometimes it's like dandelion fluff. Gemini energy, it goes here, it goes there. It's it lands on this, it blows through that. You can just find it a little bit like young and annoying, which is what Gemini energy is. There's a certain level of innocence, even to a very developed Gemini. So being aware of that and letting some of that childlike innocence into your life and letting that joy guide you forward is absolutely beautiful. You'll love it. But also you can find that a Gemini is in your life that you really focus on, or coming into your life that you really focus on, but it's focusing on love. And it's like, okay, this supermoon amplifies everything. So it amplifies the love of it all. And focusing on what you love, that is focusing on the meaning of life and existence, right? It is love. And it moves us then to what we're leaving behind, what is passing. And it's things feeling out of balance. It's the Six of Pentacles. It's like you were trying to balance this and you were trying to balance that, and it was trying to do this and it was trying to do that. And now you're just stepping back and like, oh, I can breathe. It's like I can breathe again. I can fight. I don't have to have everything be just so. It doesn't have to be perfect. Kind of the statement close enough is good enough is going to be a very good one for you. But things feeling out of balance, but also not feeling seen, not feeling, like you're understood, or be given more and more to do without being properly compensated for it. It's also leaving. Now, the strength of this time is the Page of Pentacles, and that's you. You are represented by the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana. This moon is going to come through as a inquisitive moon for you. It's like you're going to learn so much from it, but it isn't like, oh, it's a teacher, sit down, study this, study that type of thing. It's like, hey, let's go on an adventure. Let's open up these doors. Let's see this. Let's do that. It's kind of like a best friend when you're little and you go and you have all these adventures and you don't leave the backyard type of thing. So here with the Page of Pentacles, it's that childlike sense of wonderment. It is the sense of adventure. It is curiosity. It is insight. It is greater understanding. And it's like, okay, let's go. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for my adventure. And it brings us then to the near future. And it's everything moves quickly, and you might be saying, oh no, I want everything to kind of like slow down. But the repeat of number 8, it's very serious energy is around you. But like everything moves quickly. It falls into place. Like when it falls into place, everything aligns, kind of like dominoes set up just right. And it falls into place just so. But have you ever watched people make these huge domino things? Like these huge, it's just amazing. If you watch like huge, I don't know how else to describe it, but huge dominoes being knocked down, and they make these intricate designs, and it takes so long. But they also have to test it, right? Have to test it so not that everything falls down, but they have to test it so that they know that when they hit it, it will fall. And it takes hours upon hours, days even. And so when looking weeks, even, you have to plan it out. It's really much more intense than it looks to just have the beautiful, domino fall that takes a matter of seconds, if not minutes. Here, that's what you've been doing. Okay, that's what you've been doing. You've been setting up the dominoes. They haven't been falling right. You've been resetting them up, redoing it. That's what Spirit's been doing with you. So that here, when everything starts moving really fast, right, when the dominoes all start to fall and that perfect rhythm, it's like everything is in order. You've already done all the work. And that is really cool. Now, the advice for this time is the world. It's knowing that the world is opening to you, but it's also really embracing the power of your world, of what you love, of what you desire, of what you want. And so here, it doesn't mean, when people see the world, so often we think, oh, it has to be big, right? It has to be razzle dazzle them, type of thing. It can be very small. It can be very quiet. You can have a quiet world, and that's still a meaningful, beautiful world. So here, the advice is embracing your world, what you have created, what you want to keep on creating, how you're moving things forward. And it brings us then to the environment that you're in. And it's the Five of Swords. You're in an environment that you were kind of in before, right? So there are going to be certain things that can bring up certain memories, traumas, hurts, pains, disappointments, right? And your first instinct is going to be to react to the way that you always reacted to it. But you're completely different. And now you're going to be looking at yourself in a way where it's like, well, I'm not the same person. Like, hey, wait a minute. I'm not falling into the same pattern. And that's going to be beautifully liberating for you. It's astoundingly freeing. It moves us then to our hopes and our fears. This is the Queen of Wands. Now, this is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, the Queen of Wands, we can be hoping for, somebody fiery and tenacious and determined to come into our lives. But this is more us seeing our own magic. We hope that we are able to be these fiery, tenacious, determined people. Queen energy. A queen does not bow to anyone but a king, right? And so here, it is like, I am power. She will also bow to an empress, and she will bow to an emperor. But that's it. I am power. And she might not even bow to a king. It all depends. It all depends. So here, with the Queen of Wands, it is embracing your fire, it is embracing your tenacity. There's also this hope of being able to be a bit aloof. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Some people are aloof and it's bad, like they're protecting themselves. You'll never get truly close to them. But other people are aloof because it's like, well, I'm going to kind of, stoke things out, see things out, see how things go. And then I'll see if I like you, and I'll see if I don't. Type of thing. And that's what this Queen of Wands is doing. It's embracing your magic. It is seeing your power. It is moving forward in your tenacity, determination, insight. And it's opening up the doors to you in an exquisite way. And your hope is that you will be able to embrace your magic, embrace your fire. And your fear is that you haven't. But I need you to know, Taurus, you have. You just don't see it. Because you're looking at your fire and you're looking at what you do. And you're thinking that it should be like everybody else's, right? But again, if you stumbled across this channel, if you're part of this family, you're not like everybody else. You're just not. You're very different. So let that difference guide you forward. Stop trying to be like everybody else, because it's just not who you're meant to be. Let your magic, let your fire show. And your outcome is the Ace of Swords. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowing your voice, of knowing your mind, of clarity, of insight, of empowerment, right? You have a bit of taking the gift because you have this star, which is Aquarius energy, which is a air sign energy. So Aquarius takes the gift, most definitely, but we don't know that we're taking it. So it's not like having one of the court cards with the queen or the page or, the knight or the king of swords. And we know it then, or the magician, because the magician knows that they have all the gifts. So here it's a little bit trickier. We have the gift. It's at the heart of us this time, this moon, but we don't realize it. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. This is a poverty mentality. This is because things have gone wrong. Why? Because life happens. And sometimes, excuse my language, but shit happens. We didn't deserve it, and it just happens. There's no rhyme or reason for it. So here with the Five of Pentacles, do not let a poverty mentality come in and take away all your blessings. Because this is on the outside looking in. This is like the kid that's told, oh no, you can't have any candy. And so they just watch everybody else eat the candy. And they just sit there longingly looking at it. So here, let yourself have the candy. Let yourself have the treats. Let yourself enjoy this world and see your prosperity and see your success and know that you are worthy of it. Opening up the door to your bounty. And yes, you might have had money difficulties or difficulties in the past. That's the past. It was, again, like lining up the dominoes so that everything could fall into place and then come into realization, actualization so easily, so beautifully. It's like, oh, okay, this is why I had to go through this. This is why I had to experience this. Now let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, this is the Heron, one of my favorite cards. It says, let go of convention and follow your own unique path. Yeah, seriously, don't try to fit in. You're not meant to. You're not meant to. Let yourself be beautifully you. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, this one right here. This is your solar plexus chakra, self-mastery. So your solar plexus chakra, I'm going to put this right here actually. Your solar plexus chakra is learning how to trust your gut. And I have learned that your gut is as smart as a dog. Like the brain in your gut, because your gut and your brain are connected. The brain in your gut is as smart as a dog is. And I don't know about you, but my dogs are awfully clever. And here with self-mastery, it is a real sense of I'm trusting my gut. I'm trusting that intuition. I'm trusting that empowerment. And it moves us then to a greater realization, like the sense of stability, the sense of security, the sense of I'm not having outside influences come in and weigh me down. I'm moving forward in the knowledge that is me. And it brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is the King of Cups. This is emotional manipulation. This is somebody who has power to them, authority to them, but they like to guilt trip people. They like to emotionally manipulate things. They can have temper tantrums. Like this is an adult. This isn't a child. Okay, most definitely. But this is a person who has temper tantrums. They just get angry and their emotions boil over. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Excuse me. But this is a person whose usually bark is worse than their bite, most definitely. But they manipulate things through emotion and through kind of like underhanded means. So just be aware of that. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Excuse me. And show me clearly, angels. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, so let's see here. At the heart of it all, the moon is saying, this moon brings a lot of realization to it. A lot of realization that you are the key, that you are going to be walking through the door. I love this card because it's like, oh, you're the key. It's like, oh, I forgot. And we tend to forget that we are the key. And so a realization comes with this moon. Now the challenge is that adjustments are required, right? We're going to have to shift things just a little bit here, a little bit there. And it's those minor shifts that we are doing that are going to be really big in the long run, but we're not seeing it right now. So we find it tedious, we find it annoying. So just be aware of that. Now what we need to focus on, I love that over the lovers, is self-love. We need to focus on love, self-love, connection, but moving forward in love. Does it really matter? Like certain arguments, certain things, does it really matter? Can love move you forward? And it's not like being taken advantage of, right? It's not being in a hurtful, hateful situation, because those ones you have to get out of. But here it's like, okay, if I just say, what do I love? And I'm moving forward in love. How do the doors open? What comes to you? It moves us then to the energy that is moving away and that this moon sees is moving away. And it's self-reflection. Like you've looked at yourself enough. Like you've done enough work. Now it's time to go forward. So the time of self-reflection, of, kind of trying to get this perfect and that perfect. It's like, it's never going to be perfect. It's going to be now. Like, go for it. We have nourishment coming in, which is your strength, which is the fact that you are able to nourish, you are able to grow, you are able to see. And that's what this moon is saying to you. Like, we are like putting Miracle Grow and Super Grow or whatever it is that you need to like grow plants really quickly. You are doing that here and now. And as you do that, it moves us to the near future, which is pleasure, We are nourishing the pleasure. We've taken in the nourishment of the supermoon, and it brings us pleasure. It brings us joy. The advice is to look at the bigger picture. Don't get caught up in the details, which is the challenge that we had right here, is that adjustments are required. Don't get caught up in the details, because it's going to be so easy to get caught up in the details. Then we have the environment, which is communication is key. Say what it is that you want. You don't have to say it to anybody else. You can say it to yourself, but say what it is that you want. And as you do so, you will see here that the greatest fear and the greatest joy, what you are searching for and your hopes and your fears, is that nothing is set in stone. And we fear that nothing is set in stone. Well, we fear that things are set in stone, or that nothing is set in stone, and that what we've worked so hard for will erode and become sand and go out into the sea. And then we fear, we're just a little bit too much in our own heads, and nothing is set in stone, so we can always fail, but nothing is set in stone, so you can always succeed. And it's like you're pulled two different ways. Nothing is set in stone. So enjoy the way the waves hit the beach, right? And if you're a New Englander like me, or somebody who has the cold, rocky beaches, you know, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. And there's beauty in the fact that the stones get eroded by the sea. Nothing is set in stone. It is all moving. It is all interconnected. It is all beautiful. And it moves us then to the outcome, which is it's time to take action. It's time to go after what you want. It's time. You are blessed. You are beyond blessed during this moon. Don't do foolish things. Move in love, move in kindness, move in grace. They walk gently on this earth, but go after why you're here. Go after your dreams and your goals. It moves us then to the subconscious of it all. And this is the subconscious spirit message. And it's the duck. And it says, find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. You do. You have a lot more support, a lot more love, a lot more connection, even if it's through your angels and your spirit guides than you realize. Our chakra message, subconsciously, is clarity, the third eye chakra. You're going to be seeing things a lot more clearly, a lot more openly, a lot more honestly than you were before. And as this comes forward, the subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Prince of Swords, right? Rush, do it now, get it done, push, push, push. This is somebody else. This is an energy also of an outside source that is like the hero of their story, but they're not the hero. They're like an anti-hero. They do things that you would think like, oh, hero, like cast as the hero type of thing. But they don't have kind intentions. They will push you in order to get what they want. So do be mindful about that. But the Prince of Swords here also internally is us being like, any action is better than staying still. You're going to have enough action. You're going to have enough action coming your way. You're setting up the dominoes, and that can be tedious and that can take time. But once everything gets going and flowing, it's astounding. So this here is reckless pushing. Don't fall prey to that. It moves us then to our subconscious Luna message, which is fruition. A new start is coming. This new moon brings to a fruition that a new start is coming. What you have been longing for, you are starting to move into. And our subconscious tarot message is the King of Cups. Moving forward in love, in compassion. You see here how he is talking to this little fish. It is giving time for the littlest of things that seem like out of place, not worthy. Like, oh, this doesn't deserve my attention. It's like, oh no, it does. It does. There's a beautiful connection here that's moving you forward. And you move forward by example, by love, by compassion, by insight. Your emotions radiate forward. The King of Cups emotions radiate forward. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So if you have that in your chart, it comes through very powerfully, subconsciously without you even knowing it. But kings are about conquering. Kings are about, keeping order, moving things forward, right? So here, it is conquering and moving things forward, but through love, through compassion, through insight, through the fact that people will say like, oh no, Like this is a king that people would easily say, I would die for my king, right? I would live for my king. I would follow my king because he is such a good man, right? And so here, and a strong man, because you cannot have a king also, you need to fear a king a little bit. I'm just thinking of, is it in Gilgamesh, or I forget what it is, but it's one of the early texts, which says better to be feared than to be loved. But this king is like fierce, but fair. And people know it, and people love him for it. Okay. And so people know that, and people love you for that. But you do have to have, like, it can't all be sweet. Like, it has to have a little bit of vinegar in it too, or else, those people who will take advantage will take advantage. So just be mindful about that. You can't just be, and that's one of the things that the people who are born under water sign energy, they have to learn, or have, like, especially if your Venus is in, like Cancer, or or water sign energy, you have to learn that you need a little bit of vinegar to go with the sweetness of the heart, like with the sweetness of intentions. You can't just be nice, because people will take advantage. So just be aware of that. Seriously, be aware of that, because you do need that strength to come forward, or else you will feel like you're just completely being taken advantage of, because you are. Because you are. You're not wrong. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this new moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and harmony. Taurus, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed moon. Bye.